What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you stopping by for the first time, if you see something that you like here today, please don't forget to subscribe at some point. Those of you stopping by that have been here before, welcome back to TLTG Reviews, my friends. I'm glad you came to see me. So, it's that time of the week. It's time for my weekly rotation. It's week number 37. Stay tuned.
Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
So before we jump off into the first day of the week, I just want to say check the community page for those of you that are interested in seeing who won the giveaway for the $75 gift card from Vimba Fragrances. I will be verifying just to make sure you are subscribed and you did everything accordingly. I did go off of the comment. Just want to verify identity, so make sure to check that. The winner, please email me. My email is in the About section on my channel page. Let's get into the rotation. So starting off on Sunday, this was actually what I wore the night before when I got out the shower, and it was just smelling so great, I went with it again. It's Zaharoff Cool Water Wave. I just love the way this fragrance smells. It's pleasant to me. I enjoy it a lot. It's my favorite cool water fragrance. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy the original and I love the intense. This is my favorite cool water flanker out of all of them. A little on the generic side, I understand that, but shower gel mixed with Invictus Aqua, it just works for me. Love the way this one smells. Make sure you check it out. This is a fantastic cheapie to have for the summertime. Out the shower, casual day, wear to work, whatever. It's just great. That's Zaharoff Cool Water Wave. And then when I got out the shower that night, just kept it going with the shower gel vibe. Kindred Goods, Marine Water, and Driftwood. Nothing special. You can find these at Old Navy. They're, like 12 bucks. You can find them on clearance for $3 or $4 like I did with this one. For a 1 ounce bottle, it's supposedly an eau de parfum concentration. I don't get EDP performance out of it, but it does smell nice and pleasant getting out the shower. Super synthetic, sure. Definitely great out the shower. And that's Kindred Goods, Marine Water, and Driftwood. Moving into Monday. Now, I actually did a full review on this earlier in the week. I did get it from our friends over at 7fragrance.com, and this is from Roberto Cavalli. This is Homme. Very, very beautiful fragrance. Good for the summer? Not really, but I did enjoy wearing it for my testing day for sure. I think it smells great. The honey note is very believable in this one, and the violet just shines on through. It's a beautiful, powdery, floral, sweet fragrance. God, that smells so good. It's cheap. It's very, very cheap. Worth every penny, and it performs very well. If you want to check out that review, I'll put that right there. Check that out later. Check that out right now and come back. It's up to you, but definitely worth checking out because this is such a good fragrance with Roberto Cavalli, Homme. And then when I got out the shower that night, my favorite out the shower fragrance, Nautica Classic. Gotta have it. It's rare it doesn't make the rotation. It does occasionally get left out. But most weeks, I end up spraying this at least once out the shower. I would say 3, 4, maybe even 5 days out the month. I spray this out the shower. It's just an easy grab. Smells good to me. It's nostalgic. Been wearing it for years. And that's what I wore out the shower on Monday night. Moving on into Tuesday. Now this is one that I really thoroughly enjoy wearing. I went through a 10 milliliter decant before I started dipping into this bottle finally that I did get from Vimba Fragrances, which is linked down below. If you want to check out some really good prices on a lot of niche brands that are out there. Wholesale prices, just fantastic. This is from Mancera, Citrat Boisé. Now, when I talked about this the last time I featured in the video, I had people blowing up the comments, telling others in the comments, oh, it's reformulated, it's not worth the money. Look here, ashy dry skin. I don't know what else to tell you because this is a recent bottle. I got this bottle, beginning of the year. And I mean, just to help you out, if you want to check the batch code, feel free. Let me get it to where you can see it. There's the batch code. Feel free to check it out. I still get a solid 8 hours easy with this fragrance, and it projects very well for about 2 hours on my skin. I have oily skin. My skin does not drink these fragrance oils. I got several compliments that day, including when I refreshed just because I wanted to strengthen it up again. So guys, get a sample and try these fragrances. Don't let one person ruin a fragrance for you, because this is extremely popular and sells a ton of bottles for many, many reasons. So it's great that you watch my videos and a lot of you enjoy my opinion on fragrances, but don't just take my word for it. Try for yourself. Sample. If you were waiting on getting a bottle and you've already sampled and you know you like it, there's nothing wrong with the performance on this fragrance. Absolutely get your hands on it. I enjoy the hell out of wearing it, and that's Cedrat Boisé. And then out the shower that night, wanted something nice and fresh. Actually better performance than I normally go with out the shower, but Acqua Senziale Cologne from Ferragamo just smells really good. Another fantastic cheapie for the money. Bergamot, bergamot, and more bergamot. Italian cologne style, kind of that Acqua di Parma Colonia vibe, not a direct clone of it, but definitely the vibe that it gives off, a similar scent. Decent performance for what it is. And they're very, very cheap. And out the shower that night, Acqua Senziale Cologne. Next, moving into Wednesday, was actually my day off. It was a casual kickback type of day. So what better to go with on a casual day than Casual Life? Uomo Casual Life from Salvatore Ferragamo. Haven't wore this one in quite a while, up into the Wednesday that we're talking about right now. And man, it's just been so long, I forgot how much I like this fragrance. The first time I ever sampled this was at the Salvatore Ferragamo store when it was a new release in 2018. And I just remembered thinking at the time, this is such an enjoyable designer release. I wish it wasn't retail. I wish it was cheaper. Fast forward 6 months after it released and it's 30 bucks everywhere. Still is now. And it's fantastic. If you like a musky coffee with a prominent violet leaf, you'll like Uomo Casual Life. Great work fragrance. Great, as the name implies, casual fragrance for sure. Salvatore Ferragamo, they just put out fantastic fragrances that get cheap on all these websites, and ones that I believe you should absolutely check out. It's one of my favorite designer houses. And that was Uomo Casual Life from Salvatore Ferragamo. And then when I got out the shower that night, something nice and cheap and aquatic. American Eagle Surf. You can find these for $8 when you can get them at the rack stores. That was what I paid for this, 50 ml. Is it anything special? No. If it was $15 or more, should you pass on it? Probably so. But for $8, a nice little refresher, in a pinch, gym bag fragrance type of stuff, and great out the shower. American Eagle Surf. Moving into Thursday was one that I was super excited to get my hands on recently. Loved wearing this one. I love how it smells. You know, when people talk about the sunscreen vibe from the fragrance, that's usually, I know for me, that's normally a turnoff. Like Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Sun has a little bit of the sunscreen vibe, but the coconut's not too heavy. Okay, coconut tends to give off that smell in fragrances. Well, with this one, there's no coconut, but it still gives off that vibe. It's Juliet Has a Gun. Vanilla vibes. But it's more from the salted vanilla that's in this, and it is gorgeous. My God, is this a beautiful fragrance. It really is. It's salty sea breeze with having a sweet, creamy vanilla. It's, when you think vanilla fragrances, you don't think, especially vanilla heavy, you don't think a beach fragrance. This absolutely makes me think of the beach. The performance is moderate to above moderate, you know, an average, or slightly above average. And it just, the smell on it is like nothing else I've smelled before, for sure. This has a unique DNA. Now, there may be something else out there that smells like it, and I just don't know about it, and I haven't smelled it, but from what my nose has been on in the years I've been smelling fragrances and all the things I've tried, never smelled anything that smells like vanilla vibes, and it is absolutely fantastic. This is definitely one worth sampling. Not a cheap fragrance by any means. Definitely one to get. One of the better niche releases for me in the last 2 years. Well, less than 2 years, because it came out in 2019. Great fragrance, absolutely love it. Make sure you check out Vanilla Vibes. Juliet Has a Gun. And then when I got out the shower that night, we kept it going. We went from salty vanilla to ice cold lemonade with Jimmy Choo Man Ice. Another one, I'm gonna smell this one. This smells so good in here right now with all these different scents. Performance, Nothing to write home about. Scent, beautiful, stellar. The scent makes this worth owning. You can get 100 milliliter bottles for 30 bucks or less. Vinba Fragrances carries all the different Jimmy Choos. Make sure you check out Kingdom Fragrances. Make sure you check out Kingdom Fragrances for all your designer needs, because they're just as good on pricing as FragranceNet, and in a lot of cases, trust me, a lot of cases, they're cheaper than FragranceNet. So links below if you want to check that out for sure. Definitely have plenty of bottles in stock. I just went to Steve's house today. I know he's got a good stock of these. So out the shower that night, Jimmy Choo man, ice. Moving into Friday. So this is one of my favorite pickups from this year. I love the way this smells. It's pulled a bunch of compliments for me, because who doesn't like a nice compliment? It performs very well. It's great in the summer. It's basically Elysium if you take away all the stuff that makes Elysium a fougere. Coumarin, the tonka bean, the green notes, for example. If you leave the fruits and the leather behind, you get Blue Sapphire from Samy Andraus Fragrances. Starting to work a dent into it. I love this fragrance. So good. Oh man, if you haven't tried it yet, you need to. This is an Elysium killer. This is some good stuff. I have every fragrance Sammy's put out. There's some good ones, don't get me wrong, but this is my favorite. This is the one I wear the most. Summer Peach, new release, that's really good too and unique. But Blue Sapphire, whew, man. You need to check this one out. That link's below if you want to check out some of Sammy's stuff as well. I try to link everything I talk about in the videos, give you places on where to get them. I swear by this fragrance. This stuff is great. Very happy to wear this one on Friday. And then out the shower, it was time for another shave. I believe it was on Wednesday was the previous shave. It's just I used a very weak aftershave. That's why I used the fragrance afterwards. But with the shave on Friday, I used my Katie's Bubbles A Midnight Dreary shave soap. So of course I went with the matching aftershave splash. And I can assure you, there's nothing weak about this aftershave splash. The menthol in it really gives just a wonderful skin feel after. The scent strength is strong. It stays for a good hour and a half. I can still smell it when I move my head certain ways. Once I stop, I'll catch a whiff of it. Beautiful. If you're really into wet shaving, you already know about Katie's Bubbles. If you're just starting to get into it, you need to know about Katie's Bubbles. Gentleman's Nod, Sterling Soap, Zaharoff, all these different companies. Look into them. Really good stuff. Much darker scent than for this time of year, but I shave at night before I go to bed, so it didn't matter. I can wear these dark, heavy fragrances, and this stuff is just beautiful. And then finally, Saturday, on game day. So I was back and forth on what do I want to wear, because I try to pick out something the night before to cut my prep time to get out the door in the mornings. I try to get everything in order, grab my protein bars, get my workout gear together, get my bag in order, put the work clothes in the hanger on the side over here. I try to limit my time. And I grabbed, I don't even remember what fragrance I had grabbed. Oh, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Sun. I put it, and I'm actually going to try to wear that tomorrow. I put it to the side. I woke up in the morning. Dior Homme O's box caught my eye. And that's what I wore that day. So good. I look at these fragrances sometimes and I'm like, man, I want to wear that, and I want to wear that, and I want to wear that. And some days it can be miserable, because I just want to wear so many different fragrances in one day. God, this is such a beautiful scent. Was super glad that I picked this after all, because I hadn't smelled it in a little while, and I smell it floating right now. It's sad that they discontinued this. If you can find this for a good price and you want just a lighter, easier to wear in the heat version of Dior Homme, Dior Homme is definitely the one. The iris is beautiful. No, it does not smell exactly like Prada L'Homme. I hate seeing those comparisons and people say they smell the same. They don't smell the same. But this is a gorgeous fragrance. Solid performer, and it's just a beautiful scent. I love smelling myself all day long when I'm wearing anything from the Dior Homme line. And this is nothing short of that. Dior Homme Eau, one of my favorite fragrances for sure. And then out the shower, it's a little cool water action. Cool water mild deodorant spray. Doesn't perform that well. Perfect for out the shower, it just works well for me. Because the original Cool Water, the old Eau de Toilette, tends to give me bordering beastly type of performance for as old as it is. And as cheap as it is, I still get like 8 hours on my skin with that, and it projects pretty heavy for the first 2. So that's way more than I want getting out the shower. But the mild deodorant, that's about an hour and a half, 2 hours. This does the trick. This is my Cool Water of choice getting out the shower most of the time. And on Saturday, mild deodorant spray, the original Cool Water. Well, that was the rotation, guys, and until next time, do me a real quick favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Do appreciate all the feedback. I love hearing from you guys. What was your rotation like this week? What did you wear? Let me know in the comments down below. Did we match up anything this week? Did some of these fragrances, did you wear them this week as well? And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on any of the fragrances that I wore this past week, you give them a spray now, pretty confident you'll thank me later. Have a good one, guys.
Repeat, this is not a drill.